University funding headache. A section of university administrators and dons are concerned about the last-minute rush to address grievances raised by parents and students who have contested the categorization system under the student-centered funding model. According to the administrators, the model should have been piloted before full rollout to avoid the 11th hour hiccups, which now threaten to affect the first year of learning for most students. Acheng with details of these concerns and a breakdown of what students must observe as they lodge their appeal for re-categorization.
As thousands of learners continue to report to their various institutions of higher learning, a section of university administrators and dons have raised concern about the 11th hour hiccups occasioned by the wrong categorization of students under the student-centered funding model.
Like now, I take an example from my university. We try to look at statistics. We are supposed to, the students are supposed to report on 29th. That's next Friday. But we realized quite a number when they see the figure. 128,000, 287,000. It really scared a lot, and they have even given up.
The government gave a directive, which is going to be very difficult for universities to implement, that all students report. I'm hoping that we are going to allow them come in, and very soon the problem will be solved, that every student should be categorized properly.
They have blamed the emerging challenges on a rushed implementation strategy.
The government needed to do what we call pilot testing, and they would have started with a small group of students. For example, identify the students registered for arts courses and decide that let us test this model. How is it going to work?
About 13,000 appeals have been submitted so far, which according to the higher education funding bodies, HELB and Universities Fund, emanated from cases of a flawed application which failed to capture the vulnerability of some applicants who ended up being categorized in the wrong bands. To lodge an appeal, the student is expected to first log in to their account on the Higher Education Fund portal, click on the fund's appeal to open the undergraduate appeal form, which must be filled with only new information which was missed during the initial application. After filling in their KCSE index number, the appellant is expected to choose only one reason to support their plea for recategorization, after which they will be prompted to attach evidence. For instance, in this case, where the appellant selected father no longer working as their reason, and they were prompted to attach a letter of unemployment as evidence before submitting their appeal.
Once we process the appeals, the first thing we will do is to notify the universities to adjust the household income amount that is the students are expected to give to the university. Once that is done, we will also provide that information in our portal, on the HEF portal, so that the students also know. And we shall send an SMS to each student to notify them that their appeal has been processed.
There has been hue and cry among dissatisfied parents and students over the list on the HEF portal, which contains only 14 reasons, who have termed it too limiting, especially to those who have more than one reason to appeal. Officials from the Higher Education Loans Board have advised that since they already have most of the important data which had been submitted during the initial application, the appellants must select only one compelling reason to justify their appeal in order to increase their chances of success. Acheng